Hi, this is Beverly and welcome to the 4th episode of Kundalini Yoga for Sex and Spirit. Today I'm going to be showing you some postures from Kundalini Yoga, which are, you might recognize a lot of them from other yoga classes and practices that you've been doing, which are great for enhancing your sexual energy, for connecting you to your sexual nerve or your life nerve, and just for keeping your sexual organs and your reproductive organs in good health. So all of these postures I'm going to show you will promote your virility, your sexual sensitivity, and stimulate your sexual energy. So first one I'm going to show you, ironically, is called celibate pose. So celibate pose is actually really good for promoting potency in men and women. Now, this is a posture that some people might actually need a bolster or a block to be placed underneath their root as they sit down. So I don't have those with me right now, but you have to be very, very mindful of your knees as you come into this posture and your thighs. So what celibate pose involves is sitting with your root, with your base, completely in connection with the earth, and your knees bent and your feet out either side of the body. So in this posture you would simply be sitting and breathing long, slow, deep breathing as we showed in the last episode. You're connecting through your root, which is on the earth, with the energies of the earth, with your Kundalini energy, with the very base of your spine, with your sexual organs, and just relaxing into that posture. So this pose, celibate pose, is great for potency. I'm going to then shift into another posture, which is really good for stretching what we call the sex nerve, which runs along the inside of your thigh. So that's for both men and for women. You can do this sitting. I'm going to show both. So if you're going to do it in a sitting posture, you would be sitting with a very tall spine. So you're sitting on your sits bones. You would inhale, just pulling yourself up out of your pelvis. And then as you exhale, you would just bring your chest forward towards your thighs and stretch forward, reaching for wherever you can reach, along your legs, your ankles, and if you can, grabbing hold of your toes, bringing your chest further down, lengthening through your spine, the back of your neck, closing your eyes, and just breathing long, slow, deep breaths. So this posture is stretching your life nerve, which is also great for sexual vitality. So you'd hold that for a good few minutes. Another way you can do this posture, which is just as effective, is to be lying on your back. So if you were lying on your back, you would make sure that your back is as close to the ground as possible, and then extend both legs up to 90 degrees. Then you would reach up for your toes with your hands, grab hold of the big toes and pull back, so you'll feel a lovely stretch along the backs of your legs. Feel your hamstrings stretching, and again you'd hold that posture with long deep breathing for a good 2 or 3 minutes, breathing in and out through the nose. Coming up out of the posture, you can just bend your knees, bring your head up towards your knees and roll along the spine to come up to sitting. This is actually a really good fun thing to do, to spread the energy along the spine. Okay, but what I forgot is I'm going to stay here to do another posture. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, come back here, I'm going to show you another posture that you can do lying with your back on the ground, which is always good. So this is called the Pelvic Lift. Your heels come in towards your bottom. Your arms are down by your sides. Now, depending upon your physique, you might be able to grab hold of your shoulders. I can't, some people can. It doesn't matter. You just do what you can based on your own physique, but you don't push it too much because, again, you have to be mindful of your knees. So your hands are either down by your feet or grabbing hold of your ankles. Your lower back starts on the floor. And then as you inhale, breathing in through the nose, you very slowly lift your tailbone, your lower spine, then your mid-spine, and you push the pelvis right up as high as you can, feeling the arch in the mid and the upper back. And then as you exhale, so you do that on the inhale, exhaling, you lower the top of the spine, middle of the spine, the lower part of the spine back down to the earth. And you fully relax all the muscles in your back before you begin again with the next in-breath. So this posture is brilliant for toning all the sexual organs, the reproductive organs. It's really important for women especially to keep the pelvis healthy and active, and for bringing balance into the ovaries as well. So a really great exercise for sexual health. Alright, so then I'm just going to come back up by rolling along my spine. And I'm going to introduce a slightly more dynamic posture. So this next pose is called chair pose. So we're going to start off standing. I'm going to come up to standing. And then from standing, we're going to make a wide stance with the insides of the feet parallel. So insides of the feet are parallel, taking a breath in. And then on the exhale, just beginning to go into a squat. So again, listen to your body. For some people, this might be as far as they can go. And you don't go any further than is comfortable in your knees and in your hips. On the exhale, you allow your hips to open, you allow your knees to open, you take your bottom all the way down, and only if you can, you come all the way down so that your tail is resting between the legs. Then you take both hands, you sweep them in and around, placing your hands on top of your feet. So I'm not going to look up because that will stretch my neck, but this is chair pose. And again, you're stretching very strongly now the sex nerve on the inside of the thighs, which connects into the sexual organs, and the root chakra, your energy center at the very root of the body. And hold this posture with long, deep breathing. Breathing through the nose. And coming out of the posture, just releasing the hands. And what you can do is just inhale, send your tail up, and then roll up the spine. Slowly coming up, one vertebra at a time. So that's a very strong one, but I'd only recommend doing that for the full posture if you know your hips and your knees are very flexible and open. Otherwise, just take it a little bit of a way down where you feel comfortable. You'll still be getting the stretch. So as with all forms of yoga, only go as far as your body wants to go. So I'm just going to show you two more postures which are great for your sexual life. This next one is called the frog pose, and it's one of my absolute favorites. So you start standing and then you come down into a balance where you're resting your body weight on the balls of your feet. And ideally, your heels are touching. Again, that doesn't work for everybody's physique, so you adjust this as you need to. Again, if it feels painful or discomfort in your knees, you just miss this one out. You rest your body weight on your balls of the feet and the fingertips. And then as you breathe in through the nose, you straighten your legs and you shoot your bottom up. So your feet and your legs are completely straight, ideally. And then as you exhale, you bring your bottom down and you look out, open the chest. When you get the hang of this, you do it quite rapidly with a strong and dynamic breath. So I'll just demonstrate that. So you'll be aiming to do at least 21 of those in rapid succession. And you can imagine with that breath, it's quite fiery, you're going to get quite hot, and you're stretching that sex nerve on the inside of the thighs and really waking up all the lower energy centers. So frog is a great one for enhancing your virility and your sexual energy. I'm going to show you just one last posture before we finish for today. And this last one is my absolute favorite. It's called Kundalini Lotus pose. So again, this is something that you might need to adapt according to your body and how you feel and your energy levels for today. What we're going to do is to start by bringing your feet out in front and resting your body weight back onto the lower part of your spine and your bottom. So just have that sense of resting there. If you're comfortable there, what you can then do is to rock back and lift your feet off the ground and balance your body weight. Your hands just behind your knees. If that's comfortable, you can then try the next stage, which is to grab hold of your toes, your big toes, with your index and middle finger. And you're still balancing. All this time, long deep breathing through the nose. If that's comfortable, you're going to take it to the full posture where you extend your legs, straighten the legs out, you widen your legs into a V shape, and you hold there. So the chest is wide and open, the legs are straight, the arms are straight, and you're balancing here with a long deep breath. So this is beautiful posture, Kundalini Lotus, my absolute favourite. Again, wonderful for activating your sexual energy, for toning all your sexual organs, and just for making you feel absolutely great. So have a go and let me know how you get on, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Whew, I was getting out of breath.